Hello. I hope this is on. Oh, I've been having a day, I tell you. I just got the little one down for a nap, and I have been just going hard all morning. And when I say going hard, I mean just balancing the work stuff with my daughter, who just did some homeschooling stuff. She's yeah, doing some grade one math we're doing right now. I don't know why that's on in the background. I don't need that on. I think it's just playing around with it, trying to see what I can do with it. We'll see. Do we need that? Whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter. What I was going to show you was some of the things I'm doing to try and keep myself healthy and not get too bogged down, especially on a rainy day. And one of the main things is drink a whole bunch of water. Sometimes I feel like I can go from food thing to food thing to food thing, trying to get my energy up on a day that I just don't feel super energetic. And so the first thing I'm going to do, and you can do it with me right now, is get a big cup of water and just drink the whole thing. Because if you feel like you're eating a lot of food and you're not getting anywhere with it, you're probably just really thirsty and your body just keeps craving something over and over, and the food's never going to satisfy. So you got to get some water. And the water that I have right now is usually I just have spring water, but we're still working on our water filtration system for the new place. And it's a little bit sulfury and a little bit high in manganese. So I've got some distilled water. But what I did was put some salt in it. I put some gray sea salt, and then I put some flower essences in it. Now the flower essences are so good. And you probably think about flower essences. Where the hell do I get those? Well, you can make your own. And it's really easy. It's literally taking flowers and floating them in water, and the vibrational frequency of the flowers goes into the water. And then you preserve that water with pure alcohol. And so you can buy like Everclear or any kind of, I shouldn't touch the mic, it's probably making bad noises. You can buy Everclear or all kinds of really strong alcohol. You want it to be really high percentage because you want to preserve the frequency. So this has already got echinacea flower essence. I think I put blue hyacinth for transforming into your new identity. The echinacea is more for fighting chronic illnesses and stuff like that. So I kind of put that in for my husband. He's not feeling super great with his health right now, and he's needing an extra pick me up with that. So blue hyacinth, echinacea. I put in some dill that helps you really enjoy life more, enjoys your, like, it increases your senses. But if you're thinking, oh no, I don't need to increase my senses, I've got sensory overload with ADHD, it's not like that. If you're dealing with ADD, dill flower essence is actually really good for you because it helps to soften your sensory overload. Like, it makes the things that you taste, touch, and smell calmer and more enjoyable, to be able to take things in and really enjoy them, not to be like overstimulated. No, it helps with overstimulation. It balances. It's always a balancing force when it comes to flower essences. You can never throw yourself out of balance when it comes to flower essences. They only balance what is out of balance. You can never overdo it. You know how some medications, if you take too much, you push yourself off in the other direction and you're kind of fucked up, and you're sorry, I don't know if I can swear on these things. You're kind of messed up and it puts you over the edge in the wrong direction. It doesn't happen like that with flower essences. Flower essences are all energetic frequency, vibrational medicine. And our bodies are built to use them. So, water. And it's good to give your water some love and appreciation because the shape of water changes with the way you think about it, the way you talk to it, what you show it. You know, if you want to have a water cup that you tape the words love and gratitude or thank you for my healing on that, the water sees those words and responds to it with changing its shape. And then you're drinking that structured water, structured to the shape of the thing that you're giving it. This is really important. A lot of people are like, oh, I hate water. And it just uglies up their water. And then you're drinking a whole bunch of hate. Bet you didn't think about that. You don't want to be drinking hate. You want to be drinking love and gratitude and healing and awesome things.
You can even take a little picture of like a beautiful meadow or a mountain range and take that to your water cup. Yeah, don't drink out of shitty cheap plastic. That's gross. Even when you're drinking out of smoothies and stuff like that, everybody's got like plastic cups for their kids. Glass. Yeah, I don't really love these ones out on the patio, but they learn pretty quick. Don't drop your stuff. But yeah, green juice. But yes, a really important thing is drink plenty of water, because most of the time when we're tired or feeling foggy or our muscles are stiff and sore or we're feeling cramped up, it's because we're so damn thirsty and we haven't taken the time to really hydrate. And I'm the worst for that. When I was pregnant with my kids, I was so good at drinking water. I was just like, yeah, I gotta stay hydrated. I'm drinking water left and right. And then time goes by and I'm just like kind of start to peter off the whole gung ho water train. I'm like, oh, so much. When you get tired because you're breastfeeding, you get tired because you're chasing kids and whatever. And next thing you know, you're dehydrated, and then you're blaming all those other things for why you're tired and foggy and maybe your skin's not doing so good. Maybe we're getting all wrinkled up. And it's like, no. Oh yeah, we got to drink our water. It's important. Love the water. Oh yeah. So hydration is key. Appreciation is another key. Now, when it comes to trying to make food when you've got a busy life and maybe kids or a husband that's just like, I don't want to eat your healthy food or something like that. My family's really good at eating really good food, but they don't always exactly want everything that I make all the time. So I know I already did a recipe on the chocolate milkshake thing with cashews, but whatever. I'm going to make one right now because that's what my daughter wants. So raw food is one of the most nutritious things you can eat. So I'm going to put in approximately half a cup of raw cashews right now. And when you don't cook your food, you get way more out of it. Way more. Every time you cook your food, you are destroying some nutrients. So raw is awesome. I don't know why I grabbed a half cup. I'm probably going to do a quarter cup of hemp hearts, because hemp hearts are really high in B vitamins. And if your kids are having really strong emotions and if they're irritated really easily, or if you're irritated really easily, like lately, I'm like, why am I so fucking irritated? Probably because I've been eating too much sugar, and sugar depletes your B vitamins. Sugar, caffeine, alcohol. So you need more B vitamins. You need B vitamins from raw food. Raw hemp hearts, very good source of B3, niacinamide, whatever you want to call it. It is the key to raising your irritability threshold, so you're not so darn annoyed with everything all the time when you have lots of B3 in you. So do that. So I've got those two things in there, and since she wants it chocolate, I'm going to put some cocoa, and I'm going to sweeten it with dates. Costco's always got the best price on dates. I order most of my things through Organic Matters, omfoods.com, but dates, cocoa, hemp hearts, they've all been better prices. How sweet do I want to make this? Probably half a cup of these. I always make a little bit extra because I want to have some too. And if I make a whole bunch extra, then I put some in a jar in the fridge, and that is breakfast or whatever first meal of the day, whenever he wants to have it, for my husband. When I have things ready to go, ready to just like easily drink, then it's easy for him to have. And he doesn't have to go out and like buy some really shitty fast food, because he knows fast food is garbage. It's disgusting. So having something in the fridge that's already ready to go that he can just grab in the morning and go, that's another big key. So when you're making this stuff, make a big ass make the whole thing. You have some for you, you have some for your husband, you have some for your kids, you have some for your friend, you have some for later. When you've got good food ready-made on hand, you're not struggling to find something and then just snacking on chips or something not so good. Because let's face it, anytime I eat chips, I'm eating shitty seed oils. Even if you're eating chips that are made with avocado oil or whatever, they're still not that great. Let's think about that. Are they really that great? No. It's just dead potatoes covered in sugars and salts, and most of the time natural flavor. That's cannibalism, because that's a bunch of live fetal cells that they use to tune to different flavors to enhance your flavor sensors. It's cannibalism. It's gross, and it's making everybody Looney Tunes. You wonder why the world seems like more people have anxiety and depression and all kinds of problems. And then we look at what we're eating, and it's literally everything, even organic food, is all laced with natural flavor. And the natural flavor is just, it's cannibalism. They take the live aborted fetuses and they take their kidney cells and they replicate them and use them in the process of making natural flavor. So all that stuff we're eating, oh, it makes me sick to think about all that bubbly and all chips, even organic ones. They have organic natural flavor or organic vanilla flavor. Anything that says flavor is screwing with you and I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze. Anything with flavor is fake, and it's gross, and it's cannibalism, and it's gonna mentally mess you up. So don't eat it. You don't have to put bananas in this, but since I have some that are kind of at that perfect ripe stage, I'm gonna chuck a couple in. Usually I just put one in, but we're gonna go double banana today. And like I said, you don't have to put any in, but we're gonna put 2, just cause we can. Smoothies and milkshakes are really easy in that way. Once you get the hang of the right consistency of cashews and hemp hearts when it comes to creamy ones. And yeah, I find cashews are a really good binder. Like if you're gonna put some greens powder or something like that in your smoothies, or if you want to mix a whole bunch of different fruits and like maybe do that. Yeah, if you're doing any kind of like a vegetable powder, it's good to add a little bit of cashews because I find it binds everything together really well. I don't know why. I tried to make a smoothie one time with a bunch of blueberries and raspberries, and I put some of the greens powder that I made out of dandelion leaf and wall lettuce. It's just a dried green powder, but it's the pectin or the cellulose in it just like made it all gelatinous. I'm like, okay, that wasn't good. So you got to put less of that in, but more of the cashew in. Cashew helps everything. So from here, if you want it to be cold, put some ice in. If you don't care and you want it to blend up and get like blender warm, because you know when you blend the shit out of something, it kind of warms it. So if you want it to be like a hot chocolate kind of milkshake, don't put ice in. Just put water in, like up to there. For this amount of stuff, you could do it from there. If you really prefer it runnier, do more water. If you want it like ridiculously thick, like you want to be, oh, I don't want to sneeze. If you want it ridiculously thick, like you want to do like an ice cream kind of milkshakey kind of thing, just do more ice and less, and just a little bit of water. But I think I'm going to put a little bit of ice in and some water. Sometimes I just feel like lying down and falling asleep, especially when my baby is falling asleep and she's napping all adorably on the bed. I just love nothing more than to just cuddle after and fall asleep too. Oh, it's so nice to nap. But when you're working from home, usually the kids' nap time is meal time. It's time to really buckle down and get some work done. So the thing I recommend is don't start scrolling on your phone. That is the biggest trap, because it kind of tunes your mind and you kind of detach from everything. And it's built like a slot machine. It's built to suck you in and just make you really, really addicted. So yeah, if you find yourself scrolling, don't just flick to my channel. Just watch some of my videos or listen to some of my videos while you do stuff. Be inspired, you know. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Maybe I'll cover the mic. Or I could just mute you for a second. That way you don't have to listen to the blender. There we go. So yeah, this is a good. Oh, I didn't put the mushroom powders in. Yeah. So that's one of the things that we like to do is put in our mushroom powders. That's okay. I can just stir it in now or just give it another little zap. These guys, but I also usually put in lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, reishi, turkey tail. These things are awesome. I like Purica brand. They really take care of their products. Just a itty bitty, probably like a less than a quarter teaspoon of each of these is what I'm going to end up doing. There we go. Oops. Oh, no, that's fine. You don't taste these. Some people are like, oh, you don't like mushrooms. It's like, yeah, but you don't taste it. It's concentrated, dried out mushroom powder. So you really don't taste it for the amount that you put in. And you can't tell. But if if you're one of those people that just kind of hates everything, then just don't do it because you'll probably hate this too. I mean, don't even make this because you'll probably hate that too if you're one of those people that are just like, no, you don't like stuff. Fine, keep not liking stuff. But this is awesome. For people that like stuff, this is awesome. You get to enjoy things. That's one thing. If you're somebody that really hates everything, it's like you don't get to enjoy much in life, do you? Probably not. It's better to just try things and like them. You get more. That's mixed enough. I'm gonna put some of this in a drinking cup from a kiddo. There's a long straw. There's one. And again, we're trying to avoid plastics because water kind of takes anything watery takes the shape of whatever it's in as well. So when you're putting stuff into a plastic container, you're putting something into a plastic frequency, and then you're sort of drinking plastic frequency, and plastic frequency sucks. So if you want to suck, drink plastic. Glass is good. Copper is good. There's all different types of glasses. There's crystal, but all the different types of glasses I think is really interesting. I've seen some of the old cups, that used to have the blue in them and the green in them. Like those were all really cool glasses, and they all had different frequencies for different healing things. I want to get my hands on some of that cool old glass. People are like, oh no, radium stuff is toxic. It's radioactive. It's like, no. Most of the time, anything they tell you these days is bad for you. It's probably good for you. And anything they tell you is good for you is probably bad for you. So go against the grain. I'm going to taste test this just to be sure it's okay. That's good. Yeah, she's going to like that. I'll bring that to her right now. Take it up. Now, if you have a whole bunch more than you really need and you're like, damn, I don't want that sitting in the fridge and I can't drink all that at once, one thing you can do is make chia pudding, because chia seeds are really nutritious. But how the hell do you eat something like that? Well, you have to soak it. And whatever you do with chia seeds, they have to be soaked or sprouted. And I like them soaked the most. I do like a lot of sprouts. Sprouts are good. You get all the nutrients of like a big plant in a teeny tiny little bite-sized form or something. So that's cool. So if you're going to make some chia pudding, get a clean jar. Oh, that's my water jar. I'm just going to get a different one. Maybe we'll do two. Maybe we'll do 2 jars. Okay. So I've got 2 jars. I'm going to put some of this in there. This is dual action chocolate milkshake. When you put cashews and stuff and then put the thing that you make in the fridge, it will thicken naturally. So instead of making chia pudding out of store-bought shitty yogurt out of pasteurized milk with artificial bacterial cultures and God knows what else and a whole bunch of sugar and natural flavor and shit like that, don't eat that crap. We're just going to take our milkshake mix. And we're going to spoon a little bit of chia seed in there. And then we're going to put a lid on it, and then we're going to shake it, and then we're going to put it in the fridge. So there's 1 tablespoon This looks like a 2 tablespoon size jar. I'm thinking maybe 2.5. Let's try 2.5. Get a lid for both the little one, big one. Big jar, little jar. Oh, I got 2 small things. I need the inside part, not the outside part. Show me what you got. Ooh, there's a leg. All right. There we go. Jar that guy up. Shake the shit out of it. As long as everything's fully mixed, that looks like about enough chia seed. And then you just put that in the fridge and let it sit. That's it. And then probably within 4 or 5 hours, you're going to have chia seed. If you want to like put it in the fridge and then shake it again in an hour, you can do that. You can leave it overnight. It usually lasts. With fruit in it, I would say eat it faster. Like because there's banana in here, I would say eat it within 2 to 3 days. If there was no banana and it was just the cashews and the hemp parts, and if you wanted to put in sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds for extra awesome fat, because that's a great way of eating raw pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, is in chia pudding mix or in smoothie mix, or when you make these thicker and you pre-soak the cashews, you can make fudge sickles. That's a whole different recipe that I'll show you next time. But great way to eat raw seeds and stuff like that. So here's the other one. Put your chia seeds in. And for this size of jar, like I said before, I put in 2.5 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons. Yeah. Some people like it less seedy. Some people like it more seedy. You can try it out both ways and see which way you prefer. And like I said, the cashew cream does thicken naturally on its own as well. So if you accidentally put in too few of chia seeds, this, if you just give it a little bit more time, it will thicken anyway. But if you put way too many chia seeds in, it'll just kind of like they'll puff up with their little gel, and you'll have some really thick pudding, and it might be a little bit too textured. So this should probably be perfect. And you put them in the fridge. And this is a really great snack for little ones, like a 1.5-year-old that's got only like 1 molar for as far as back teeth goes. She's got all her front teeth coming in, but as far as the back teeth goes, it's not the easiest thing to chew a bunch of stuff. So chia pudding, very good, very easy to eat, very good for digestion, very good for good BMs. Nothing like a good bowel movement. So, and this still leaves me with more to drink. We're still a snack right now. And like I said, if it's too sweet, put less dates in. I'll just stash a little bit in a cup for the old husband for tomorrow. Sometimes he likes not so big smoothies because he finds them very filling, which is fair. They are. I'm just so used to having this and like nothing else for a long time that I'm like, I like that they're filling and I like having a full cup of it because then I can just have it and carry on with my day. I don't like being sitting around in rest and digest mode. I find that to be very annoying. So he likes a smaller jar of that. That's fair. That's just fine. That's funny. Talk about reusing lids. So I make a pain away balm. So that's one of like the old labels of the pain away balm. But then I made chicken liver pate with that lid. So it says chicken liver there. And now it is not chicken liver anymore. It is delicious chocolate milkshake. So yeah, recycle, reuse, renew, my friends. Yeah, that's good. And a pinch of salt. Anytime you're making something chocolatey, a pinch of salt goes a long way. I didn't put that in this time, but there already is a pinch of salt in the water that I'm using. So technically it does have a pinch of salt in it, which is cool. Always wash out your blender right away. Don't let it sit and dry. That's the thing I've noticed with everything. Anytime you make a dirty dish, just wash it right away. Put some water in the sink if you want and leave that water all day, but I don't like doing that. I just like washing it right on the spot. Because you can just wash it so easily. You don't have to spend a shit ton of time scrubbing old dry food off the stuff. And then you have to work at dirty dishes, and that's bad for your mental health. It's not good for mental health to look at a mess. You know, we talked about water takes on the shape of what it looks at. What it looks at. If you've never read the book, The Hidden Messages in Water, I'm going to show you. This kind of changes everything. The way you see yourself and the way you see the world. Changed me anyway. This is the book, The Hidden Messages in Water by Masaru too. And I don't know if that helps. Yeah. But he does experiments with water, and he shows them different pictures of beautiful things. Even shows them written words like love and gratitude was written on a piece of paper and put on a water bottle, and that's the ice crystal that was formed. Like they took the water into like a freezer room and they looked at the water crystals under microscopes after they'd been frozen, after being shown different things. The word thank you, and then a whole bunch of different languages. It's weird being backwards on the camera. That's funny. But yeah, even nasty things like saying, you fool, and forms like this. Yeah, it just looks like somebody dropped something in a puddle and splashed. And then you fool in English, it just looks like hard molten lava. And you make me sick. It looks like a person with a gun. This is angel, and this is Satan. That's a hard lump. And that's a beautiful wreath looking, looks like a flower wreath. But this is what I'm saying. Your words matter. What you look at matters. If your house is a pigsty, which mine turns into often, you can feel it in your body. It bogs you down. It makes you feel like shit. So one of the tricks that I do, because sometimes, especially we just moved to a house that's twice the size of our house used to be, and don't get too excited. Our old house was like 900 square feet. So we're working with 1,800 square feet right now. And so I'm trying to keep that clean with kids that like to play with everything and do everything and build everything. And we're also renovating right now. So I've got tools and paint stuff and my work stuff mixed with kids crafting stuff. And they get changed 15 times a day and leave a trail of all their clothing everywhere. So I've got that stuff too. So the thing I do to help me keep dopamine high is, number one, stay the frig off of Instagram. Very bad for dopamine. But the main thing that I do is pick an area to clean and just clean that one area. Because if you go from room to room to room to room, place to place to place to place, cleaning up little bits at a time, you don't really see a lot of progress. And it can be very defeating. It can feel very defeating when you've been cleaning for like an hour and you still haven't seen anything look clean. So pick one spot. Pick one countertop. Focus on the one thing. Pick one cupboard. Pick one drawer. Pick one area of your whole house. Just put on your blinders and just pick that one area and just do that one area until it's complete. Put every little tiny thing in its tiny little place. If it's garbage, get rid of it. If it's recycling, get rid of it. If you haven't used it in 5 years, get rid of it. If you know somebody that can use it, give it away. Just organize, declutter that one teeny tiny little area so that you can see it come to completion. Because that completion will release trapped life force particles that are keeping you feeling down. It will release dopamine because you've completed something and your body's like, yeah. And then you can get that little raise of like a motivation kick. And it's that wave that if you've got more time to keep going, ride that wave, keep that momentum. Once you've completed one thing, it feels so good. Give yourself that high five and keep going. So that is the thing I do. Focus on one teeny tiny little area at a time, and you'll be amazed of how much you keep going. And if you don't get the whole house cleaned in one go, that's okay. Just keep looking at the areas that you did clean, and you're like, yeah, oh yeah, that feels good. And then the next day, pick another teeny tiny little area and keep going that sense. Yeah, stuff's gonna get messed up again. It's okay. It's okay. Don't let it get you down. But do take the time to look at something beautiful. If you need to step outside and walk away from the whole mess that your kids have made, just do that. Go outside and breathe. Look at the trees, look at the grass, look at the sky, anything. Take some deep breaths and then come back to it with a clear head, because life can get really challenging sometimes. And it's easy to lose our cool, especially with kids. And especially with ourselves too. But the biggest thing I've noticed that when I get on the angry track, when I'm just like, if I get frustrated with one thing, it almost feels like it's ingrained in me, like I'm supposed to get frustrated. And it's made me kind of question everything, like of what we're taught. Like we're supposed to get angry about stuff. I feel like we've been taught that it's normal and it's good to just get angry about everything. Like if we're not angry, then that means we accept mediocrity or we accept something bad. But I'm starting to realize that that's not true. You don't have to get angry about something to not accept it. In fact, getting angry amplifies the thing that you don't really want and you don't really like. Because we always thought that like if you get angry at it, then you're like pushing that thing that you don't like away and you're saying, no, I don't want that thing. But really, you're just amplifying it, because life is that big dual mirror that whatever you put out is whatever you get back. So if you're putting out angry vibes, you're going to get more situations back at you that keep you angry, because you're saying, yeah, I like anger, so I'm going to feed into that, and then it's going to give it right back to you. Oh man, I'm needing to sneeze, but it's not happening. So to break that cycle of getting mad about dumb stuff or getting frustrated about dumb stuff or whatever your emotional pattern has been, is to flip that shit on its head. React very unnaturally. React really strangely. React in a way that doesn't make sense to the situation, like laughing at something completely weird. When something seemingly bad happens, be like, ooh, I wonder what good thing can happen, or what good thing can come from this, you know? Just expect that everything happens for your highest good, and just keep expecting it that way. And act like there's always something really good hiding around every corner, even if it looks like something really bad is happening. For example, my daughter, I was working my ass off, and my daughter kept spilling things in very strange places. Like she gets into the water cooler and she's drinking her water, and she's like walking like this and drinking the water. It's like everywhere. And I'm like, I gotta go clean that up. But then I realized, I'm like, everywhere she was spilling, there was some crud on the floor, like spilled drippy popsicle or fudgesicle or like chocolate smear or something that I needed to clean up. I'm like, this is actually doing me a favor, because it's pointing out some sticky stuff on the floor that really needs to get cleaned up, because I don't like stepping in sticky stuff. So in a roundabout way, she was doing me a favor, just splashing water all over the floor in the exact places that I really needed to scrub up anyway. So it was motivational, it was helpful, and it was perfect. So I could have just followed around being like, I was so mad, but I was kind of laughing at the situation going, this is funny, because this is exactly what I need to be doing. I need to be cleaning this shit up. So it's funny how things kind of work out in that way. So if you can find a way to see how things can help you, or how they are helping you, or just expect that they are helping you, even if you don't see it, it feels a lot better to be doing whatever you're doing. Now, it doesn't matter if it's family stuff or work stuff or relationship stuff. Everything is kind of there to help you. And you kind of got to believe in that there are benevolent forces, benevolent meaning really good, helpful toward you, forces always gunning for whatever you want or your best interest. So say with me now, everything happens for my highest good. everything happens for my highest good. And yeah, when you find yourself getting frustrated, take a breath and expect that something really great is coming towards you right now. And this thing that is happening is a pivotal step towards that good thing. All right. So I'm going to leave it at that for now today, but I'm going to try to make this a regular thing. Let me know in the comments if this is helpful, and if you want to get on lives with me, and even if it's like first thing in the morning, I could take you through some of my yoga stuff. I don't know, my breathwork stuff. But if you need a friend and a coach in helping you for free, then just let me know. Let me know if this is helpful to you, because I want to jump on lives and really walk you through everything. Looks like we got, hey, how's it going? I was just about to sign off. Yeah, all right. Yoga stuff would be good. Sure. That's one of the things I've been thinking about doing in the morning, but I've been a bit too chicken shit to do it. And that is go through my my yoga routine in the morning, because it's really good. And when I do it, I feel great. When I don't do it, I feel like crap. So, all right. Well, I guess that might be a challenge for me then, is to get over my fear of that and do the yoga stuff in the morning. And yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to see? Because right now I'm still focusing on a lot of the recipe stuff. You missed out. I just did the chia seed stuff, but I know you make a really good chia seed pudding. And yeah, we did some more chocolate milkshake stuff. But yeah, just to recap, we did another little talk about everything working out for your highest good. So even when things seem really bad, even when like the crappiest things are happening, trusting that everything is really actually working out for your highest good, and that misstep is actually needed in where you're going. And yeah, I gave the example of Ripley dumping water all over the house in a bunch of different places because she really wanted to use the water cooler. So she's getting a cup and filling it up and then like drinking water, walking around like this, and it's like everywhere. But it turns out everywhere she was spilling on the floor, there was a bunch of sticky shit on the floor that needed to get cleaned up that I didn't notice. And so I was kind of laughing at myself and like, oh, there's popsicle stuff everywhere and yeah, sticky stuff everywhere. And I don't want to step in it. So she was like going around, do me a favor, dumping all this water everywhere, all over the sticky spots. And I'm like coming up behind her with a cloth, wiping all this stuff up. And I'm like, aha, aha, aha. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Ripley, for doing me a nice favor. Yeah, but that's kind of how it is. I've noticed with a lot of things that a lot of the bad stuff that seems to happen, I'm laughing at it later because I'm always looking for the silver lining or the lesson, and it's always there. So I feel like an idiot when I look back and see how frustrated or angry I got. I'm like, oh, like it's always working out for my highest good, and that's for everybody. We just don't take the time to A, reflect, or B, notice and care and be thankful for the so-called bad things that happen. So anyway, yeah. Popsicle recipe. Did I do the popsicle recipe before? The ones I made recently were 1 cup of frozen mango, 1 cup of raspberry, and 1 cup of blueberry, and then a cup of dates with just enough water to blend it all up. Oh, yeah, the watermelon one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, the most recent popsicle that I've been making is, yeah, the mango, blueberry, raspberry combo with dates to sweeten it. And that one's been a big hit too. That one's really, really good. You can play with the ratios of mango to raspberry to blueberry, but I find equal parts works just perfectly fine. And then again, just sweeten with dates to your desired flavor. And always taste it before you freeze it, because you kind of want it a little sweeter than you would normally before it gets frozen, because I find it loses a little bit of sweetness when it's frozen. So it's okay to make your mixture a little bit sweeter than you would normally. If you're like, say, if you're going to drink it as a smoothie and you drink it, you're like, oh, that's a bit too sweet. That's kind of where you want it for a popsicle. Yeah. All right. Well, anything else that would be helpful that we can share on these lives? Otherwise, yeah. How have things been going this last week? It's weird talking to you when I can't see you, but it's good to have you here. All right, on. Did you end up? I've got this handy because again, I'm always referencing the water. Did you end up reading this? The Hidden Messages in Water? I would like to make this a regular thing. Ripley's just napping right now. That's why I was just like, well, we'll have another go. And Ella's just working on some stuff by herself. Yeah, this one, I tell everybody, it's such an amazing thing. Even if you just look at one page a day, just like you just looking at pictures, you don't even need to read the book. You can just look at what happens to water when it sees different pictures, hears different music, or is shown different words. And it's just reminds you of how powerful what you look at, what you listen to, and how you talk to yourself and how others talk to you is. 3 simple steps. Ooh. What's that one? You'll have to share that in the school library. To anyone else that doesn't know what the school library is, it is a library on the platform School that I started so that everybody can have access to the greatest secrets of the universe, the greatest books, everything that enhances your life. Everything that enhances your life, be it entertaining kids books or business books, but mostly the secrets of the universe and all the things that kind of blow your mind. You're like, what? How could I have not known this? How could I have not learned this? This is what they should teach in school. This is what everybody should be learning right from a young age because it's just so magical and wonderful. And it's what we really are. So join the school library. It's $2 a month for the school library. And yeah, we go live in there quite often to hang out and talk about all the things we love. Yeah, book club. Yeah, I know. Getting everybody reading the same thing at the same time or having had read the same book, it seems to be a little challenging, but we can work on that. Even if we show up and we all just share our biggest takeaway from what we did read, even if we're not all on the same page, I think that would still be cool too. But it would be nice to be able to all reflect on, book share. Yeah, it would be nice to get all on the same page once or twice. I think that would be really, really fun. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I would like to make this a regular thing, at least weekly, but maybe twice a week, maybe even daily. I'm trying to push out of that comfort zone quite a bit and just really start sharing things because I know there's a lot of other people like me that might be feeling a little bit alone on the daily front of just doing the thing, maintaining your life, working a lot, taking care of things and trying to do it all in a healthy way. It can be a lot sometimes. So, yeah. Well, I might sign off then and see if we can push myself to share the yoga stuff in the morning. Do a little morning routine and walk everybody through that. Yeah, that might be good. Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in. And I'll try to make more announcements when I'm going live instead of just doing the sneaky lives. And yeah, I'll maybe I'll post a schedule once I can figure it out. But for now, they are going to be spur of the moment. I'm going to try to do it more often as possible.
Mom.
And yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. Ella's here. So yeah, we'll catch up soon. All right. And I will see you in the school library as well.
These are my eggs.